So I'm recording on my laptop. I hope this works. Nothing's working anymore. I made a video yesterday, and it didn't post. So I just nipped off the end and posted that. So that's what that is. That's from yesterday, and this is probably gonna post tomorrow. So I'm about a day behind. I did pop in live just in case to say hi. But anyways, how's it going? I have this is my new deodorant. It's very expensive. Can you even see it? I'm gonna turn off coffee. Coffee's good. Where did my poof go? Here it is. It's so much easier to look at the camera when I'm on my computer. Like I might start to look at myself, but it doesn't matter because of how much it's not representative of what you guys will see. So I tend to avoid that easier. The quality though is definitely not as good as when I post on my phone, at least for what I see. I know everybody sees things differently. It depends on what your settings are and all of that. I'm getting little, what is this? Just very stressed lately about nothing. I think it's the holidays. Everything is accumulating, building up, making me feel a lot of stress. And I know a lot of people are looking for ways to help. At the end of the day, there's no right answer. And if you're doing something that someone told you would or should help you, I mean, it's not guaranteed to help you. It helps them. They're just trying to help. So don't put blame out there. But basically, personal practices on how to keep my head straight. I do a lot of self-talk, self-care. Sometimes I can't get to self-care, and it takes a while to get to self-talk. And usually after that, it kind of is like a rock rolling down the hill. It's pretty simple for me to just kind of pick myself up and realize that, hey, I'm safe, first of all, healthy, happy. So those are key things for me. My biggest issue is not knowing and seeing things that are different and not understanding them. I do want you to know that if you don't understand now, you might one day. You may not ever, but you know what? I've noticed that I see things differently as I mature. Things used to bother me and they don't now, or I just think of them in a different way. So I feel healthier about it, at the very least. I think I've said it before though, but I have a secret password for stressful thoughts, and that word is new. I just say new. Is it really frustrating me and I'm all by myself? I cannot cut through the bullshit that's happening in my brain. I'll just say new. New. Nicole, you need to look at this from a new point of view because it's hard. It really is sometimes to get out of your own brain fog. And I give myself clues too, but I've just been right so many times that when I think of times when I've been wrong, it just hurts my gut a little bit. But let me see. I could not find something again. What was it? My spaghetti spoon from home. I just couldn't find it anywhere, and I still haven't found it. I have this crazy thought that Kevin gave it to his ex-girlfriend to be a housewarming gift, sarcasm, last time I'll see you, maybe not. Things like that, these mega stories develop in my head, and I cannot shake them. And it's pretty much always been true. I always have had issues with that, and I know it's really common. I hear people talk about it all the time, but yeah. So anyways, this is what I was trying. I still can't show it to you. I changed the lighting. You can see my shirt. Maybe maybe I see further away. This is deodorant, and I've seen a lot of influencers talking about it. For instance, Laura Lee. She vlogs too, but she's got her own company, Minimale or something like that. It's a play on words, but she's got simple stuff is really what it is. Jewelry, clothing, She's got like some lotions or things like that. And she uses this. And I was like, yeah, maybe I'll give it a shot. I got the cucumber mitt, even though they do have peppermint, like holiday ones. And I was just like, we'll see. It's supposed to be so cool. It's pretty damn expensive. It's like $12.99. So Kevin got this gift card from his sister, so we got that from Hannaford's, and I like it, but it's not foolproof. I don't understand what changes it from when it works really well to when it doesn't work at all. But when you put it on and it works, it's like it almost feels like it's got this barrier of your skin. You can't see it. Um, but there's no sweat coming out. You can smell it, and then like when you're in the shower, you can feel it. There's like a very definite layer of water repellent is happening. So you do have to scrub away at it thoroughly to make sure you clean it off. But then other times I'll wear it and it's almost like I didn't put it on at all. So I don't know if like I got a thick enough layer or if I like, because I rub my armpits like a lot. I don't know, like to check to see like if I to see if it's wet, you know, like I don't, it feels like it's wet and then I want to know if it is, and I'm not always right, so there's that. But um I'm really mad about my coffee situation. I purchased the Starbucks Christmas K-Cups and they were so bad. They were so awful. Like thick. It tasted like old diner coffee that like nobody's been in since breakfast and they haven't made a new pot yet and it's 2 or something. Like it was so bad, and I just made like a fresh K-Cup out of it. I was like, no, this is not good. So I returned that, and luckily they did take it back. I don't really ever return groceries, but I opened a $25 box of K-Cups, and they were disgusting. So there's that. But my favorite one, and I'm trying to find a coffee that matches, is the pumpkin spice Starbucks, because it's light. It's almost like a chai tea, but coffee. So I'm just looking for something to replace it without, like, I don't want to have to all of a sudden need a specific type of coffee. So just experimenting, and I can't go backwards either because I liked how light this coffee is. And a lot of, like, they call it blonde coffee, and it's sour. Like that's what they write on it. It's like sour notes. Do we want sour coffee? Like I didn't know if that was a thing. So I have to friends. But I told him to text me when his friends were gone. He probably even shut off his phone. Like he will swear up and down to me that, oh, I'll get back to you, and it'll be like 11 o'clock at night. Are they really still there? And nothing. He's gonna say like they just left. They are leaving right now. So, anyways, I have a Ring camera set up in my room so he can like check in anytime to see that I'm just a mom being a mom. Like, I know I'm not there right now. I'm going through a lot of stuff. I'm sick mentally, physically, emotionally. It's going down on aisle 3 out bagging like some groceries. Anyways. Hey, baby. He's like back to being himself and staying under the bed, so I thought this could work. I'm actually just here because of the location of how I can set my computer. I did have to like push the entire mattress off of the box spring or whatever they call it, so I could set the computer here, but that's good. I haven't been using this lately. This is my REM Beauty Under Eye Cream. Sometimes when you're stressed too, like thinking of things, and that's the thing, it doesn't come to you. You've really just got to look around. You don't even have to go outside. I'm not going to tell you to read a book or draw a picture, but sometimes you just look in the fridge. It's not because you're hungry. It's you're trying to get your creative juices flowing. What do I even have in the pantry? Just looking at things outside of social media. is probably good for you. Of course, it could be a triggering event. I apologize. I'm not trying to rush anybody into terrible negative thoughts. I have only good intentions, okay? But anyways, sunscreen. I mean, if you're in a really big jam, sometimes it's good to, really just unplug. I don't want to be, sometimes I just can't sleep or clear my mind, so I'll take some Tylenol PM. And it usually works. If it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry, but that's really my way to get to, a lot of people use like CBD gummies or something. They're okay. I've tried them, but I definitely do prefer Tylenol PM, especially since I always have weird aches and I get headaches all the time. So since I was always like an ibuprofen abuser, I would have like four at a time, a few times a day, which is kind of what destroyed my liver. But I always had headaches, that I couldn't get rid of, and then I started to get migraines. So I don't want them to like look inside me or anything like that. So I'm not like some new candidate for brain surgery. I've had MRIs, I've done all that stuff, and it's at the end of the day, if they need to do more digging, then they're done. I'm just gonna do whatever I can do. I've actually taken a hammer before. I had like this intense headache right here, and when I pushed on it, it would kind of be relieved. And then so I actually took a hammer. It was bigger than this one. And I was literally just like gently tapping it where it hurts so much. And I could feel it like it was a positive thing. I'm not telling you to do this at home. But like if you've done it, we probably have something in common. I'm retarded. I feel it vibrate throughout the other side. And I feel like it stimulates my whole brain. And it's a distraction for what I'm trying to say is avoid taking Tylenol throughout the day or Advil, ibuprofen, things like that. And then just, buck it up. Wait until it's bedtime, and then I have my Tylenol PM. And if I had to fight through it, if water wasn't the answer, if caffeine, because of a caffeine headache, wasn't the answer, depending on my diet, why am I having this headache? I know that at least I'll be able to sleep tonight. And that's one of my things that I do focus on is dealing with what's happening naturally and not actually trying to like stop feeling or things like that. I've never been a big drinker. Sometimes I will indulge, but really I'm more of like chill out. I can't really relate on that. If I was a drinker, I would literally just like drink so much that I would pass out because I didn't get it. I don't know. I've only been drunk like once or twice in a positive way. So it's just, to me, learning about myself. I don't know where my mirror went. Did I really not grab one after all of this? I have no idea what I'm seeing. Like, where did I put it? I have one somewhere, you guys. Is it up? It is. It's up there, and you guys can't even see it, so at least you're not like making fun of me looking at it while I'm wondering where it is. I'm not going to say anything more. Okay. A lot of the times I've noticed lately, if I've had a high stress, I'll realize I haven't eaten yet. Or I'll have eaten like a lot and like just forgot that there was a such thing as water. Usually when I get to the bottom of it, it's always something smaller than what I've made it into. So really just trying to collect yourself and, like if an outsider came in right now, what would they say? Like, you'd probably be lifted, right? Would you feel more positive or less positive if, like, an old friend sent you a message? Okay, so they're not going to do that. You're not sending anyone messages either, right? You got to think about, like, how imaginary. You just got made to feel happier by an imagination. So, like, try to build that aspect of it because all it is at the end of the day is chemicals. Instead of chasing drugs, being able to create your own drugs, understanding your system, the cycle that happens with your body and your mind, things that make you happy, things that get you in trouble that make you happy, what should you do instead, all that stuff is very important to keep in mind. But the thing is, when you're there, when you're really that sad, you don't think of what's important. You just don't know. You forget about all the people closest to you. And I'm getting backwards because I really don't know. I wish, okay, so like after I'm done filming and I edit it, I can flip it so it looks mirrored. Like you'll see what I see. But in the filming process, I can't figure it out. I just use iMovie. I don't use any like other apps or media things. Just keep it simple, I guess. A lot of other things can't even open or use my camera, like QuickTime. I use QuickTime to like screen record sometimes, but it's different. My mom always looks at the obituaries. Sometimes you're just feeling grubby because someone you know died and you just didn't know yet. Someone's having a bad day too, and you're just like empathizing with them. What are you doing? He's waking up. Do you think that's dog food? It's not. Uh-oh. You're gonna spill my coffee, aren't you? This is kind of creepy. He like slowly comes out, stands on me. What? You good boy? What are you doing? There's really nothing for him. I don't know what he's up to, but we'll just let him go. Oh my gosh. One thing in the army that if you read the Little Blue Book, which you have to read, and you're supposed to read it and memorize it, and if you have any downtime, you're supposed to read the Blue Book. It says, like, if you ever have a chance to sleep, sleep. That's one of their big things. And I was like, wait, but you said that first priority was to read the Blue Book. So do I sleep or do I keep reading and studying the Blue Book? I took it literally to sleep. So I would sleep a lot. I did find like definitely a lot of cool places to get some rest in. Raz, just go to your dog bed. I'll take that collar of yours off. Jingle jangle. You already had your food. Dog bed. Go on. Down. Stay. Good boy. I never really got stressed at work. Usually I would just actually use work to reduce stress. I mean, I'm that loser. They had this thing that says, if you can lean, you can clean. And then so I would literally just like most of my time organize and find things. Because you know what? Customers come up so much and they look for things. And everyone's like, oh, it's not in stock. And I know for a fact that it's alphabetical order, puts them in the drawer. And they're telling a customer they don't have it. Which is also why when I go shopping and I ask someone if they have it, and they say no, like, I never trust them. I'm like, sure you don't. And, like, maybe they don't know, but I bet you it's somewhere. If it's saying that it's there, I just don't know. I'm mostly just talking about tips for depression because I've been awful lost a lot lately. I wouldn't tag it as depression, but I feel like there's things that I want answered and I can't have them answered, so I just can't feel 100%, you know? So, it's my fault. It's how my brain works. But, like, I'm not blaming anybody else. It's just how I feel about things. So I can empathize with people that are hurt easily. Like, I watched this whole interview about a woman trying to explain why her boyfriend needed to... Oh, he had left. He left after an argument, and they did not talk about it. So she was explaining the importance of a time frame of anger. And I was like, no, oh my god. Mostly because I'm the one that will leave, but like, the way she thought she won, I was like, no girl. he doesn't have to tell you anything because, he doesn't know the time frame. He knows he's mad. And just as sure as I'm sitting here by myself getting depressed from my thoughts, and there's literally nothing that's going wrong, everybody's healthy and happy, that's the same thing. Like, he's angry, and right now it may not even have anything to do with you. He's not even mad at you. He's just so stressed about everything. And guys say it a lot. Oh, it's work, babe. Oh, I'm stressed about work. Situations like that. But it's up to you to decide at the end of the day. What are you doing? If you'll listen. Because you know what? You can find a partner that agrees with you. As sure as one person has that thought, somebody else has that thought. So, I don't know. I don't agree with it, but I can see their side. I can imagine just being like, okay, so we just fought. Am I making dinner? Am I going to bed alone? Like, that's hard to, like, not know if you're going to go to bed alone and still be like, but you should also have the space where at the end of the day you're happy by yourself. You should be able to say, you know what, maybe they're never coming home. And you have all these things that, to you, they're important still. You want to say things to them. You're still fighting or working things out. Then maybe take that time that they're taking too long, write things down, or maybe write them a letter and put it away, and maybe you'll never even get it because by the time you're finished writing the letter, they're back. I can imagine like getting more and more stressed as time went on, but there's gotta be some leeway, especially if you know the person enough that it matters. So like say you've known them for years, okay? If you've known them for long enough, you should know this is how they cool off. But if they're a new relationship, even they don't know because they don't know what they're coming back to. It's all way too variable for there to be any specific rule set, but a mind frame is definitely something you can have in common with someone. Look at this little dot here. I don't know where that's from. It's a weird, it looks like a broken vessel. I really don't know. But anyways, I was gonna do purple yesterday and I didn't. Where is it? It's in my lap. I was using the blush from this palette right here. And I was looking for the palette with the eyeshadows. Same one. Where am I? Oh, I do have lip liner too, which I felt like playing with today. I didn't grab any of my eyeshadows. Brushes. So I have like all my worst eyeshadow brushes. Oh, maybe I'll use this one because this is kind of, and I glued it. So be careful. I put hot glue inside of the barrel and I just put it back together. And I couldn't squeeze it all the way and it wouldn't close all the way. So it's like stuck here, but it's also like actually stuck. So I don't have to worry about it falling apart. But it no longer fits in the palette where it's from, which is my Naked 2 palette from Urban Decay. So let's see here. Planning on using the darker on the inside and the lighter on the outside, which is contrary to what I usually do. Usually I do like the lighter color on the inner corner and up and over for brow highlight. I think it came out better on this side than this side. Are you literally just chewing on your... What are you doing? No? Stop that. No. Stop it. I got it right in my eyeball. It was honestly like it was on purpose. Weird. It looks funny. Let's go with a light purple lavender type lilac color. Oh. Okay. There. It's a little clowny. I'm actually kind of copycatting. It's like a plum potion. I don't even know if they still sell it from Clinique. Something that I used to put on every now and again. Oh, it's hot. I turned the fan off because it was freezing and now I'm dying of heat. It's definitely whatever setting they have it on. Outside it's pretty cold though. I'm so used to putting the light color on the inside. I was like going to the inside with this light color. Okay. I'm gonna go into this white color for the inner corners of my eyes. I can't do it. I just feel like it looks too much like a bruise. Oh, one other thing, guilt. Okay, so this is something I taught my son, and I'm Catholic. I've gone to other churches and learned about other religions. say you're thinking about something a lot, or you've done something that you felt right about, but for some reason it's nagging you because you think or you know other people think that it's wrong or know that it's wrong. Just make sure that there's someone safe that you can talk to about it. If you can't, you can always, talk to God or something. But did you do it? Were you okay with it when you did it? Do you have to keep retracing your steps? I mean, sometimes, especially say if you go to, what was it? I don't even remember. Hold on a minute. I have to think. Protestant. If you're a Protestant, they don't have confession, and they do believe that we're confessing just by living our lives. They're less likely to go to somebody, like they really believe it's a hive mind and it's been done and we're dealing with it. And this crazy feeling you get when you feel like guilt is, it's just not something. But if you have someone to tell that you feel safe, it's usually good just to like be able to talk it out, whether it's a counselor, a priest, or a friend, even your mom. If you don't have any family, if you really have no one to look to, I really want you to know that it's probably okay, as long as if it happened to you, you'd be okay with it. Can you tell this story? Like, did your kids? You don't have kids in this situation, but like just in case, if someone that you knew did what you did, what would you say to them? So you have this like own personal self talk, where it's like, I don't feel comfortable with what I've done. But if someone came to me and told me that I did it, like, can you look at what your reaction would be to that? Is that possible for you? I've been in a place where I was just thinking I was the worst person in the world for years because of reading in the Bible that I had offended something in the Bible. And I just couldn't get my head around it. And I always would think maybe I should tell someone about it. And I would always just zip up and not say anything. So honestly, after what happened, finally saying something, it's probably not anything, and you probably don't even have to say anything, because it's really not affecting anyone else negatively. You should be fine. Um, but just try not to think too much about what you've done and what you're doing, what other people have done and what they're doing. Those stories that aren't your own are so complex. It's just as complex as your own, and you try to put yourself in their shoes, and then you find out that, their kid's sister died, or their mom lost a baby, that you had a baby brother for 3 months and then they passed away. There's stories that are bigger than your own, and it's okay to wear your story as your shield, as your armor, and know who you are. Because all it is, it's just stickers on your surfboard. It's not something that you're a bad person because you're stuck on something. To you, it was so important. And to that person that went through worse than you, maybe your story is helping them because it's taking their mind off it, and it's deep enough really to swim in. They hear all these stories and they just think, wow, nothing. My whole family, I lost them in the flood. I have no house, I have no family, everyone's gone. You've got to be able to push beyond that. You really do. That it's just being your own entity is very important. People don't like you get through. Think of the ocean. You get through all these different schools of fish. Some of these fish, like, you're naturally gonna eat. They're gonna want to eat you. You don't just get along with every fish in the sea. But there's schools of fish out there, and you'll find ones that you can be with. And just keep looking around, and if you can't, you should be able to have the ability to be by yourself and strong. And maybe you're the type of person that someone needs to come to for help. Or if you've gotten in so much trouble and you're just like the worst person ever, then maybe your existence is solely just to sow. You just kind of become a person who knows what they've done and why they did it and why it's not ever the right answer. And just having that beck and call of why maybe it was probably the worst thing that you've ever done and nobody wants to talk to you. Things like that. And that's another reason why a lot of criminals will confess their sins, because they're just looking for their family. They want to have that safety, the bed, the, not sins, crimes, I guess, the food, just guaranteed for them. And then not only that, but they're surrounded by people that have gone that low. So don't mind standing. If there is groceries done, should be necessary items. Oh, he's saying he's poor. Yeah. We need salad, coffee. There's one other thing, and one other thing. Can't recall. I'm just refusing to sharpen this, basically. I think acceptance is also another thing. So, like, when you're feeling down about yourself, probably think about what makes you the most angry. Like, especially if I am okay with if you love a same sex, or if you think you're a different sex than you were born, whatever your mindset is and how you got there, I'm not going to argue with. Are we all happy? Let's not fight about it. I also don't pick on people. A lot of people I know love to pick on people or make fun of people behind their backs. But I don't think it's a good thing. And if you find yourself like fat shaming or something like that, you gotta think about the people that are obese that you resonate with. There's not zero. Especially usually it's family members. I mean, we're in America and it's sad that the obese is there, but if you're not contributing to the health and direction of it, then could you be less judgmental about it? Also, there's some people that instead of their where they've wound up being dead or suicide, they've chosen food. And I'd rather them be alive than deciding to kill themselves. So fat shaming is just putting them in the wrong direction there entirely. Like, I don't care what size pants you wear. It has nothing to do with what I feel about your thoughts and opinions. Like, you're getting it's like a giraffe has a long neck. They're getting the leaves that you can't, like all these, just like makeup, all these brands, these are bakeries. These are chefs. This is, for them, it's power. And they're risking their life for it. And I'm just like, that's not my job to make you skinnier. I want to say, sell you an apple or something. But it's not for me to decide. And it's not affecting me enough. I really want to sharpen this, but I also don't want to get up. It's really hard to tell. You can't really see. I don't have an eyelash curler, so. What do you think? Definitely lip stuff, and then I do have. It's so weird. I'm trying to like figure out the camera when it's flip flopped. Lip liner, which I haven't used in a while. This is Reverb from REM Beauty, and it is Twist Up, which I do prefer, even though it might get more dry. In the meantime, it's just more easy for me. Oh Lord. I don't know why I like it all the way. Like, I like a lot of it. I'm hoping I don't break it. Usually I don't mind just like this little nib, but for some reason with this one, I start to draw and I feel all weird and I want to twist it out more. I'll put some purple under here. Like everything in the shot. See, like, look, this is what I have to look at to see. Like, this is where I want it, but straight on, and it's impossible for the setup. So that's what we're dealing with here. I'm trying to yell at my son. He's still awake too, by the way. It is 10:20. Let me be the tattletale. Oh my god. Trying to get a hold of him. Now he's yelling at me because he's tired. Mom, stop texting me. Shut up, Corbin. You're so bullshit. His friends literally just went home. It's 10:30 at night and you're an 11-year-old. Oh, actually. Check something. Okay, Tremors came out before Jurassic Park. Just saying. I'm just saying. Think about that. Oh, wow. 82 was after Jaws. Cannes Film Festival. E.T. was previewed in Houston, Texas. 1982. Released in the United States a month later, after May. It was released on June 11th. Wow, that's so old school. My mom wanted me, oh my gosh, Circuit 5, what's it called? What is it called? Short Circuit? She's obsessed with that movie. Like, that's one of the movies she made me watch. She probably made me a list for all of you guys. It was Murdered by Death, Dracula, Dead and Loving It, Birdcage. There was nothing wrong with any of them. This brow stuff is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's way too dark. Okay. I didn't bring myself any freaking highlight and I'm obsessed with highlight. What kind of a human being am I? And I don't have any lip gloss. Yeah, it's definitely overlined. It's like Rev Checky. Setting spray. I really wanted lip gloss, I wanted highlight, and I wanted some more color in my eyes. But this is it. This is all I could grab. Apparently. I'm trying to keep it simple. But still be dramatic. Plum Seduction. Plum Potion. Something. Oh, no. Something beach. Beach Plum. Beach Plum. That's the one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I will see you on the next one.